Taking a look at shares of GoPro today after an earnings miss. Adjusted loss per share coming in at about 3 cents under estimates and revenue declining by nearly 20% in the quarter. You see the stock there off about 8.7% there. The camera company announcing it's restoring its pre-pandemic pricing structure, knocking off $50 to $100 on many of its camera models. The company's founder and CEO, Nicholas Woodman, writing in a release, quote, "We're implementing an updated go-to-market strategy that restores our product pricing to pre-pandemic levels, which we believe will accelerate growth in units, subscribers, revenue, and earnings." Morgan Stanley, though, cutting its price target for GoPro by 40 cents today on the news. Another cut at Wedbush from $8 to $6. Shares are down around 18% since the start of the year. So, Brad, this is an interesting one. Even with the sort of promotional pricing that they're putting in here, investors really not on board with what they're seeing with this story.
Yeah, I think it comes down to the average selling price. You got to convince somebody that they're going to buy a camera that they're going to strap on top of their helmet or perhaps on their chest or on their bike or whatever the extreme sport is. I mean, I've seen a lot of drummers just put it on as well. And regardless of where it's going, it's a matter of how much they're buying it for. Remember, GoPro for many years has had to come out with these different tiers of that core camera product so that they could still appease even the entry-level GoPro potential buyer out there. The Q1 2023 street average selling price, $378. That's a 9% decrease year over year, and $394 as estimated on a constant currency basis. That's down 5% year over year. So what's all of that to say? Yeah, consumers, they're going to be extremely discretionary about how much they're spending on a GoPro device, especially if you're looking across what other camera devices you have that you're typically carrying around on a day in, day out basis, either in the form of a phone or, if you want high quality, in a DSLR. GoPro is neither one of those. Sure, it's great for some of those active, kind of hands-on activities, but at the end of the day, if you feel like you can get away with just walking around with your phone or walking around with perhaps another camera that you can change lenses in and out of, that's where it creates even more of an obstacle for GoPro, that had also been a company that had tried out drones for a long period of time. Now there are a lot of other drone camera companies that are out in the market as well here. And so all of that considered, I think for GoPro and what they've had to continue to prove to the street, and if we were taking a look at the long-term stock performance of this, they haven't proven that to the street to this point in time. And that's where much of the chagrin has come into play as you're taking a look at the past year. Even on top of the long-term declines that they had seen over the past year, still moving lower by about 38%, and in a time where consumer discretionary dollars, especially in electronics, are going to be harder to come by, Rachelle.
And you raise a good point. I mean, when they first came out, everyone was, very excited about GoPro. We've come a long way in terms of camera technology and even what people are using their cameras for. I mean, in the earnings call, they did talk about their subscriber growth on their retail channel, that they do have a lot of stickiness there. There are always going to be those loyal people who stick with it. Your average person, though, I mean, maybe apart from you, is not out there, drumming and surfing and doing all sorts. So I think they perhaps need to read the room a little bit and really evolve and think what comes next here.
I mean, I look at my GoPro right now. I own a GoPro. I bought a GoPro. I got it from Costco. Great price. And honestly, Rachelle, I wore it maybe once or twice. I went snowboarding one year and got the wind knocked out of me. I went off a jump that I had no business going on. And so now I look at the GoPro and it's just a source of remembrance of how hurt I was when I took that jump. I got it all on video. It was great. I could watch it back, play it in slow motion if I needed to. But I still haven't figured out too many other instances where I need to be able to fire it up and then take the little chip out, or even continue to kind of transfer it to the remote app on my phone. So yeah, I've not gotten the full use out of it that I anticipated when I made that few $100 purchase.
See, and we'd have used that as cover video if I'd known that we had that video available. Next time.
It is out there.
Glad all is well. Brad Smith there for us. Thanks so much.